And Mizzou had a big announcement.
Yep, bowl game, trip to Louisiana. Tiger fans ought to know the way well.
Yeah.
They've done this before. The Missouri football team is headed for an unlikely but very familiar location. For the third time in 9 years, the Tigers will play in the Independence Bowl. Mizzou will take on North Carolina the day after Christmas in Shreveport, Louisiana. Missouri will make a school record 7th straight bowl appearance. The Tigers were struggling along at 4-5 a month ago. A 3-game win streak put Missouri back in the postseason, but not in the game many expected. The Big 12 has contracts with 7 bowl games, but this year they had 8 bowl-eligible teams. All the Big 12 bowls passed over the Tigers, so they end up making another trip to the Independence Bowl.
I understand that, we're leaving the Big 12 and maybe that had something to do with, the hand that we were dealt. But, I'm not disappointed. I feel like none of us should be. We're in the ball game. That was our goal, was to, finish strong, and we did that.
We're leaving the Big 12, and, our record for sure, 7-5. We came to 7-5 on this season. So, it's just, I guess you can just say it's just expected.
We're just excited to get a bowl game. We know we finished the season strong, and if it was a Big 12 bowl game or not, we're all excited for it and ready to go out.
It would not be wise to take going to bowls for granted. And, we worked very hard. This is a very difficult season, and my players battled and fought and put us in this position.
Mizzou and North Carolina have met twice before. Tigers won both. They'll play again Monday, December 26th, 4 o'clock kickoff in the Independence Bowl, and will be televised on ESPN2. As expected, it's a rematch in the BCS title game. LSU and Alabama will meet for the second time this season. This one will decide it all. Big 12 champ Oklahoma ends up number 3 in the BCS. They'll go to the Fiesta Bowl paired with Stanford. The other BCS bowl games, Oregon and Wisconsin in the Rose Bowl. Clemson meets West Virginia in the Orange Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl pits Michigan against Virginia Tech. The rest of the Big 12 bowl lineup looks like this. 10-2 Kansas State will play 10-2 Arkansas. In the Cotton Bowl, Oklahoma goes to the Insight to play Iowa. Texas and Cal square off in the Holiday Bowl. The Baylor Bears get Washington. That game in the Alamo Bowl. Texas A&M goes to the Meineke Car Care Bowl of Texas for a matchup with Northwestern. And the Pinstripe Bowl picks Iowa State over Missouri. The Cyclones will play Rutgers. Well, not only have the Tigers set a school record for consecutive bowl appearances, they continue to lead both of Missouri's NFL teams. Since the start of the 2007 season, Mizzou has won 47 games. Over the same 5-year period, the Chiefs and the Rams have combined for 40. It hasn't been pretty. Kansas City took a 4-game losing streak to the Windy City today to play the Bears. Kyle Orton making his Chiefs debut. First play that he's in there, he's hit on that pass attempt and injures a finger on his throwing hand. He would not play again. So Tyler Palko comes back in, and look at this. Final play of the first half. Hail Mary, you rarely see this work, but it works this time. Dexter McCluster comes up with it for the touchdown. Take another look. Brian Urlacher bats it down right to McCluster. First Chiefs touchdown in a few games. 7-3 KC. It was 10-3 late in the fourth. Bears driving, but this pass tipped a few times. John McGraw comes up with a pick, and the Chiefs come up with a victory, 10-3, as they upset the Bears in Chicago. The Rams traveling to San Francisco, first meeting of the season with the division rival 49ers. You'd expect this to be one-sided, and it was. A.J. Feely playing in place of the injured Sam Bradford, loses that fumble. Aldon Smith, the former Mizzou Tiger, falls on it. 9-0 at the half. The 49ers get a couple of long touchdown passes from Alex Smith in the second half. This one goes to Michael Crabtree. Niners win it 26-0. They clinch the NFC West with that victory. The Missouri basketball team left for New York today. The Tigers will take on Villanova Tuesday night at Madison Square Garden. Missouri takes a perfect 7-0 record into that contest. The Tigers crushed Northwestern State 90-56 on Friday night. 13th ranked Mizzou having a great year. The Tigers lead the Big 12 in several offensive categories, including scoring, field goal percentage, and three-pointers. They're also tops in turnover margin. The 7-0 start is nice, but the Tigers say there's plenty of room for improvement.
We done some things well, but we still a hungry group. I feel that us starting off 7-0, is good, but it's something that we want to build on as a team. It's not something that we satisfied with at all.
Our teaching is, yeah, we're 7-0, but there's still a level we can get to. There's still a level we can get to, and I think the reason we're 7-0 because guys have bought in and they see some positives from what buying in. And now we can't become complacent because that sets you up for disaster.
Tigers Villanova, they'll tip off 6 o'clock Tuesday night in New York. Day 2 of the Norm Stewart Classic at Columbia College. There is Coach Stewart on hand most of the weekend. Threw up the ceremonial toss-up there before the final game of the day. Blair Oaks against Camdenton. The Falcons just won the Eugene tournament. They kept on rolling today. Brendan Henke, 2 of his 14 points. Kellen Brondell knocks down this baseline jumper. Falcons out to an early 6-0 lead. They were just getting started. Brondell again had a double-double, 18 points, 10 rebounds. Blair Oaks rolls 67-39. The Falcons are 4-0. Good matchup in girls hoops. The Rockbridge Lady Bruins taking on Blue Springs. Rockbridge running out to a lead in the second quarter. Hannah Dressler connects from 3. Lindsey Cunningham good from downtown. Bruins led by 10 in the second quarter. But Rockbridge made just 2 field goals in the entire second half, and Blue Springs took advantage. Tayona Snow with that basket and the foul. The Wildcats come back. They beat the Bruins today 46-42. Our own Tom Leffler had a chance to catch up with Coach Stewart this weekend. He had plenty to say on a number of topics. It's a great read. You can find it on our website. Go to Leffler's link at connectmidmissouri.com. And it's been 2 years since we've been able to say this, but Tiger Woods finally won a golf tournament this weekend. Tiger took the top honors in the Chevron World Challenge, came from behind today, birdied the final 2 holes to beat Zach Johnson by a stroke. It's the 83rd victory for Woods in his career, but it's the first since November of 2009, a span of 749 days. The former world #1 finally gets that elusive victory in California this weekend. Hard to believe he'd go that long without winning, but he's finally got one now.
He's been preoccupied, I guess.
He's had other things on his mind, yeah.
All right, we'll be right back.